Hello everyone, this is Andy here, and I've just spotted a big glitch. I need to sort that. Didn't spot that before. Anyway, just giving you a quick update video on the progress of Dimensions. So the first thing to notice is the fact that I have now decided on some actual zombie models to use. And I think some of them look pretty amazing. So, we've got three. We have the female zombies, the male zombies with the hats, and also skeletons. And they've still got some flesh on them, so they're really cool and freaky. So, I'm quite liking that. The only thing I need to fix with them, however, is that they all spawn helmets, like the stock ones. So, I'll need to get that sorted. Anyway, onto the map itself. So first off, the lighting in here has changed. It used to be natural sunlight. However, I've now had to put artificial lighting in because of the setup that I've got for the ship upstairs. The only other thing I've done in here is that I've added some detail back here. This room's not changed much. We've still got the overflowing shitty toilet and our little guy that's trying to crawl away from his deathbed, and the little guy who's in his bath of blood. So everything there is nice and okie dokie. And I've gone around doing some general tidying up with the clipping as well, just to tidy things up. One other thing which we'll get to see during this video is that I've made a little boss, and it's my own sort of version of Brutus, putting in custom sounds and changing his model as well. So he's going to be what I call the Dimensions Ghost. So now we have the little doggies. So as you can see, we've added this gun in here. And I don't think it's working properly just now, but we do actually have some custom sounds for sewers already. Those dogs are coming any second. And that was something we didn't have working in the last one either. But we do have sound working. And it's 3D audio as well. And it's the same for each of the streams. Come on, little dog. You can't actually see him, I'm just relying on sound there. And also the only other thing that gives that away is that the cursor comes up. So this has got sound as well for it. Again, 3D audio. Must be another one coming soon. Whoa, that's creepy. The only other thing as well is that I've got to get this sorted out. I did the box. I've got the zombie spawners in here, but they're not functioning just yet because I've not got the zoning set up. That'll be coming later on. I've yet to get a zombie spawn for this staircase sorted out, but I have been working with an experiment to get this is going to be a spawn area, so that's yet to come. The only other thing as well, I've got the sound for the torches, again the 3D audio, and that's for each of them. And I have gone around sort of tidying up some of these rocks because some of it was, you could actually see outside those tiny little gaps, but I've got that sorted out. Ooh. Oh, I thought I was hearing pip 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 pip, which you normally get if you've got two sound structs next to one another, and it'll create a sort of like a pitting noise, which is horrible, and it doesn't play the sound. The only other thing I've got is some minor details like the roots hanging from the top. And the ship, I've been reorganising the layout of this. I've removed the hammocks and I've put them up a floor and added a floor in because I've needed height between this floor and the rocks. And this is where the hammocks are going. This is going to be a deck purely for sleeping. So we've got a little pineapple here. I've still to get the Easter egg sorted out. There was a suggestion by someone to have a collection of pineapples and it gives you a pineapple weapon. Which I've got a friend of mine at the moment who says that he's pretty sure that he'll be able to get that for us, so that'll be really good. Then we've got our cannons. And these are not models, by the way, these are purely brushes. So, yeah, that took me a good hour or two. And I've just saved it as a prefab, and then they're working great. So, next thing on our list is the top deck. Which, I'm trying to remember if I had this at all in my last video, but here it is. We've got the cannons on top, we've got our planking, and I did say I wanted a planking, and we've got it. We've also got some... Oh, here comes that boss I was telling you about. Let's go down and meet him. Let's see where he is. There he is. So yes, this is him, the Dimensional Ghost. He's pretty freaky, especially when that music's kicking in. I'm hoping to scare a few people with that. But I've still to get sort of like the death sounds and things, and I'm also going to change the bell, you know, the one that signals that his hat's fallen off. So still got that to work out on him. But one other thing to show you with the ship as well is, in fact, a couple of things. So let's go back up there just now. So here we are. So I've still got a lot of the details to add in. These are just little prototype cannonballs, which I think look kind of nice, and I've still got to deck it all out and get the zombie spawns arranged. So I've got some minor details up here at the moment, which that's... Clips. Got the sound of the sails, and that's a custom texture that I've used and set it as a flag, and I've used curved terrain patches to get the look of it, and I think it looks quite nice personally. Again, it's all still to be decorated. This is going to be a zombie spawn point, and I was hoping to possibly get zombies jumping up over the sides of the ship as well and jumping on deck. Then up here, I'm not happy with just yet. I've got... I'm going to be redesigning it anyway, but I'm wanting the Pack-a-Punch to be up here because it'll be it'll be the hardest place to get to because it'll be the furthest out. And the idea with this big guy over here is that he's going to be a little Easter egg, so that you shoot his eyes and then that should play some music. And towards the front I've got another Easter egg at the moment, which I'll show this one to you guys. I mean, it's... So yeah, we've got a little lovely zombie over there. And the other thing is, when I did say I wanted the plank to work, well, you got it, the plank works. We are in the sewer. And it works beautifully. The only thing I've got to work out is getting the balance for the water, because what I've done is that I've got a water clip up there. And what that does is that it slows the player down, so it reduces the damage, but I've got to make it so that you don't get any damage, preferably. And the reason for that being is if you jump normally you take a ton of damage, and if you were to get hit by a zombie just before jumping off, you'd be dead, so we don't want that. And if I make the clip too thick, you can actually swim in it, which obviously we don't want happening because you can just exploit it, and it's not fun for anyone. So overall it is getting there. Well, I shut in tight. And a couple of few things is, like I was saying up there, because I've got the massive environment set up for the night dome for the ship, is that it then creates a shadow across here, so I've had to create the artificial lighting for that. I mean, it looks similar to before, and I'm happy with it, but it just meant that I had to spend quite a bit of time reorganising what I'd already done. And like I say, don't get me wrong, it looks good, it's just that it... ooh, that's popping in and out. I don't know if that's something I can fix or not. And then this room, I've not even got round to sorting this out yet. I've just kind of forgotten about it. But I'll get there, I'll get there. So the next thing on the agenda, just now, is to get the rest of the ship sort of created. I'll sort out the spawns later because I'm not too bothered by that at the moment. In fact, does this sound work? Yes, I've got that sound working. And so that you're encouraged to go into this, but I'm probably going to put in a weapon that you can buy. I don't know. I'll need to just wait and see. And as far as it goes for here, I've got to... I'm going to be putting a wall in along here because with the... yeah, I'll have to go along this point here because otherwise we have the sewers in this section, which obviously we can only do so much with our physical boundaries. And then across here I'm going to be putting on a wall and then maybe making a zombie spawn right behind it. And maybe the same at the bottom end as well. And then similar again up here. There's not a huge amount that I can think of actually doing. Oh, you can hear the sails flapping from down here. But then again, we do want it to be sort of difficult. And I was thinking, I don't know why all the Easter eggs feel like they're going towards the pirate ship at the moment. I was thinking of doing maybe an Hailstorm song or something if you shoot something, I don't know. I might even just save that purely for that and then leave it as it is. But I might change the sounds for the water, I don't know. I'll let you listen for it for a moment. I don't know if that sounds right. I'm not sure if it sounds like a bathtub or whether it sounds like calm water, because it isn't supposed to be a big storm, it's supposed to be fairly calm as this. But I'll let you guys decide on that. But as far as things go, I'm fairly happy. I've just got lots of details to add in, even like the big anchor thing to also install. You know, the big round thing that people use to pull up the anchor. So there's still all that to be added in, but so far fairly happy with it. Anyway, that's pretty much the most of it for this particular update, and as I say, I've still got quite a few things to add in yet before I call in the next updates. By that point, hopefully I'll have all those things mentioned done. But until that point, if you've liked this, please give me a wee like. If not, you can always downvote and dislike. And feel free to leave a comment. And if this is your first time coming across this, feel free to subscribe to the channel. I will be posting updates on this, and you'll get to know when it's released as well. So, other than that, have a nice day, guys. See ya.